Well, good day, all, and welcome to Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. And there you see the trailer is still not emptied. I guess the son's going to try and do that tomorrow, I guess. So, no, too much, not going to be too much splitting wood today, and I don't know what I'll show you, since I'm sure you're getting tired of me posting videos. Anyway, what am I going to try and do here today? I might try and fill that with split wood, and I'm also going to try and take that chunk that's there on the ground and put it in the wood splitter and jam it in there and cut it off with the chainsaw. Yeah, chainsaw. Anyway, and then I'll split it up. And some of the debris here I may do first. Some down here you can see. I may put that into that little black trailer and then get Grunt out and take a load of that stuff to the woods, I guess, maybe. That's what's going to go on here today. But like I say, I'm not going to do too much videoing of all that, I don't think, but we'll see. All right, I'll get back to you. Oh, I'll do the weather here in a minute. Turn yous around. So it's kind of a mix of sun, or a mix of no sun. Just some blue sky and clouds. And we're at it's light wind, and we're at about 60 degrees this morning. 15 degrees Celsius, 60 degrees Fahrenheit about. So that's what we're up to today. We're gonna, like I say, I'm gonna clean up this little pile here, I think, and that little pile, and then that piece of the end of a log that wouldn't go through the I call it a saw bench. Some people call it a bench saw. Some people call it a buzz saw. Some people call it a cordwood saw. What do you call them? Anyway, there's one thing about them all. They all cut wood. So I call it a saw bench. What do you call it? Just for fun to see what the different names are. All right, so. Okay, so I better get doing something here. This kind of just a lazy day here. I don't know how much I'll get done, so. Yeah, lazy day. Lots of wood to split yet. And I got some of this smaller stuff. I'm going to take a little bit of that smaller stuff this time, that bark stuff, and take that home, put it in my little bin. I think I'm going to get enough bits and pieces and splinters out of that stuff when I split it, but I'm not getting near as full as I thought I was going to, so I'll start taking some of the smaller bark, I guess, maybe. Anyhow, I'll get back to you later if I have anything more. Oh yes, a big cruise ship in this morning. You can't see much of it there, but if you look between the trees, I'll try and zoom you in a little bit. He's a big fellow, that one. Well, I counted about 16 stories from what I could see, so I'm sure I missed a few on the top, and I know I missed a bunch on the bottom. That's under Wawa. All right, we got Grunt out and hooked up to the trailer, and we got the trailer full of the stuff that was on the ground here. And I got 2 boxes of smaller stuff I'll take home. There's a lot of bark in it, but I guess it'll burn. And not necessarily, I don't necessarily like bark for what I'm trying to do with it, but it doesn't burn that great, I don't think. But anyway, birch bark grows or burns great, but so I'm going to try and get that over on top of that wood splitter and saw it in half, or saw it at 16 inches or something, and see what we can do with that after. try and cut this. I'm not sure if we're going to cut it in half or cut it at 16 inches. It's 24 inches long, so let's see, I guess. Then we'll chop it up. There now, that's how you get rid of a big block. Or big to me anyway. Probably not a big block to you, but yeah. I'm going to take all them little pieces home. That'll make a great fire. Alright, so we'll get back to you after a while maybe. Well, good evening folks. Me and the cat are listening to the CFCY Hoedown. And I turned the volume down so hopefully I won't get in trouble because of the copyright thing. Anyway, so I got a little bit of done over there today. So at my son's place, and I got a little black trailer full of wood, and I got this and I got that done, and we're gonna have our supper here. Look at that, eh? Canned beans, tame bologna, and leftover ham. Not too exciting in some people's minds, maybe, but it's a great supper for me, that's for sure. And I requested a song on the Hoedown. I wanted to hear a tune from Don Messer. They don't seem to play Don Messer anymore too much, so that's what I haven't heard that yet, but I'm hoping I will. You just never know with them. All right, so have a great evening, and wherever you're at and whatever you're doing.